So apparently, good old Darkseid has went and created his own universe. And what do we get out of that? We get absolute Wonder Woman. Let's talk about this. So our story starts out in Gateway City. There's a giant pyramid above the city. Nobody really knows why it's there, what it's there for, nobody knows. But it is filled with a bunch of monsters and a message from a giant monster called Harbinger Prime. And he is there to send a message from death itself. This cannot be stopped. And somebody is there to actually save the day, which is Wonder Woman herself. But as this is going on, we get a flashback and we get the origin story of Wonder Woman, which is very, very interesting. So we end up in Hell, or the Isle of Hell. We see Circe. She is in prison there, and she is visited by the god Apollo. Apollo tells her that basically what Zeus has said to Apollo, to Circe, which is the Amazons did not do their job, so they have been wiped off the face of the earth. So Circe ends up becoming this reluctant mother slash caretaker to Diana. And this is where things kind of get a little interesting because Circe cannot say the word Amazon. She is forbidden by Apollo to say this word. So she can't tell Diana who exactly she is or where she is from. So Diana has to figure that out herself moving forward, growing up from a baby to an adult. So with the trainings and teachings of Circe, Diana finally finds out that she is actually an Amazon and she decides to become the protector of man and goes off to fight Harbinger Prime and all his little minions to take on death itself. So let's talk about the artwork. Sadly, I really won't be talking about the color because this is the Noir edition. I don't have the regular color edition, but I will say the colors are actually really amazing within the first, no, the second volume itself. They do have a really nice color palette, but this is the black and white version. The comic, the artwork is really, really amazing. I love the depiction of Diana and her horse Pegasus, who is a dead Pegasus, and his name is also Pegasus. But it is a very, very well drawn book. They do a lot of interesting things with the panel layout itself in this particular issue, which I really do like. It takes a lot of chances with when they're laying out the panels to convey and tell the story. It's a really awesome, and I love the like how Diana and Circe interact together. Their relationship very much forms, I would feel to say, the driving force of this first part of the story. I love this part where not Diana, Circe thinks things are gonna kill her, and like that she thinks that like they send things to kill her, like the gods do, like snakes, and she ends up like beating up a snake, and at one point this like fire lizard ends up blowing fire in her face, and she ends up becoming friends with it and whatnot. It's really cute and awesome, and we get to see like the homage, not the homage, but like the passage of time, which is very well done, where we get to see like Diana growing up and whatnot. It's very, very well drawn, I have to say. Even in black and white, like it's still a really good, and I love this. One thing they don't actually you can't like really see within the noir version, but it's a subtle thing. Like Diana's appearance around her face actually does slowly change. To where like her eyes when she's in battle they turn more red, and she has like this war paint around her face, and then when she's not really in like war, like her eyes turn blue and like the war paint kind of like goes away. But there's she's fighting the Harbinger Prime right there, which is it's just oh just I love giant kaiju monsters and the scale that they show off within this particular issue of Wonder Woman fighting this giant monster. It's just very, very well done. But like, yeah, it's beautiful. And Wonder Woman also, she also hates laser eyes for some reason. She gets caught with laser eyes all the time. But yeah, that's the artwork. With Absolute Wonder Woman issue 1, I was pleasantly surprised and taken aback how much I thoroughly enjoyed this issue. I'm really interested to see going forward how this is going to pan out, because Wonder Woman doesn't have like the Amazons. She doesn't have the island. She doesn't really even have a mission necessarily. So like, what really is her driving force going to be going forward? I know she wants to take out the monsters and stuff like that, but we'll have to see going forward. I did very much enjoy this origin story. It was definitely a breath of fresh air, seeing how she is basically being raised by one of her enemies. So we'll have to see how she develops as a character. Like I said, this is definitely worth your time. It was a lot of fun. You're not going to be disappointed, I feel like, reading Absolute Wonder Woman issue 1. It's very well paced out. There's a lot of action and stuff. Very heartfelt moments, I feel like, in this actual first issue, especially when Diana herself is really truly trying to understand what she actually is and where she's come from, being as that she didn't know where she came from. That's a very a passionate, intense moment in this first issue. Definitely kind of pulls at the heartstrings a little bit, but yeah, definitely worth your time. Go check it out. Let me know that down in the comments below. What did you think about this issue? Is it good? Is it bad? Did you pick it up? Are you tossing it? Not going to read it anymore? Let me know. What did you think about it? Comment down below. Like, subscribe. I'm Otaku Mike, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.